Good. And you go ahead and grab a pad and you put that on here. Go. I think that seat needs to be a little bit lower. Maybe stand up for 1 second and do a couple more spins, yeah. Try that. Looks good. Alright, man, you ready? Top to bottom here. Now right there. So the 8s will be right there. Line 1 be right there at that spot. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 3 and 4 and 1. And you gotta switch, 3 and ready, go. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Good. Bottom. 2 and 3 and no. We don't have line 2. We don't have 3, 4. What is the only lines that we do? There's only one color, line 1. So when you finish line 1, where do you go from there? Now, yes sir, to the bottom half. Now you gotta do, it's the same thing you just did, only instead of doing right, left, left, now we go left, right, right. See what I mean? Let's try it again from the top. And 1, 2, ready, go. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Bottom 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a restart. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a stop. Good. Flip the page for me, please. That's good. And let's try our big exercise there. Pink and what color? Blue? Green? Let's see, there's a big old glare on it. Can you, doesn't matter to me. And then when you finish the lines and the up and downs, where do we go? Left side, left side, you man. Alright, here we go. And 1, 2, ready, go. Paradiddle, 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 para. Pause. What'd you forget? The 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, sir. Alright, you know what you did. No big deal. Do it again. And 1, 2, ready, go. Paradiddle, para, paradiddle, para, para, paradiddle, paradiddle, para, paradiddle, para, para, para. Paradiddle, paradiddle, para, paradiddle, para, paradiddle, para, para, paradiddle, para, para, paradiddle. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and slower, so slow yourself down. 1, 2, ready, go. Paradiddle, para, paradiddle, para, para, paradiddle, paradiddle, para, paradiddle, para, para, para. Paradiddle, paradiddle, para, paradiddle, para, paradiddle, para, para, para. Para, para, para. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and one thing that really good job is your doubles. You're doing like triples and quadruples. You're doing 3s and 4s. So sometimes you would do doubles, but sometimes you'd go off on 3s and 4s. You got to make sure that it's 2 hits per hand. All right? That was really the only thing I noticed that time, big mistake-wise. Everything else looked a lot better. Did that feel easier to do? It looked like it was a lot easier. Let's try it again. 1, 2, ready, go. Paradiddle, 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 stop, restart. Way lost. 1, 2, again, go. Paradiddle, 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 1e and a 2e and 3 and a 4e and a 1e and a 2e and a 3 and a 4. 1e and a 2e and a 3 and a 4e and a. What was better? Where was the goof that time? Where'd you mess it up?
Right at the last.
Mm-hmm. That was good though, man. Other than that, it was pretty good. Let's try it again. All this paradiddling.
And I'm already hungry after I just had a cookies and cream bar.
Hungry already? That sandwich will be good. All right, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Paradiddle, para, paradiddle, para, para, paradiddle, paradiddle, para, paradiddle, para, para, para. Paradiddle, paradiddle, para, paradiddle, para, paradiddle, para, para, paradiddle, para, para, paradiddle. 1e and a 2, 3e and a 4e and a 1e and a 2e and a 3e and a 4e and a 1e and a 2e and a 3e and a 4e and a. Ah, it's getting closer every time. Do it again. We'll get it. 1, 2, ready, go. Paradiddle, para, paradiddle, para, para, paradiddle, paradiddle, para, paradiddle, para, para, paradiddle. Man, blew it too much. Focus. And 1, 2, ready, go. Paradiddle, para, paradiddle, para, para, paradiddle, paradiddle, para, paradiddle, para, para, para. Paradiddle, paradiddle, para, paradiddle, para, paradiddle, para, para, paradiddle, para, para, para. 1e and a 2e and a 3e and a 4e and a 1e and a 2e and a 3e and a 4e and a 1e and a 2e and a 3e and a 4e and a. How much you practice this week?
I practiced when I stayed in practice when I woke up, but when I went to sleep, I didn't know.
Gotta do it more. You're good, man. You're very, very, very good at such a young age. How old are you? 6, 7? Is that what he said?
He's practicing when he's with me. I've been trying to push Dad to get a practice pad for him, and Dad refuses at the point. So,
Well,
and I can't afford to buy one
Sure.
to send to Dad.
don't
So,
worry about it. And, you know, that's something, man, too, that then when you're at Dad's, that's your responsibility. You know, you got to be the one. I recommend maybe get like a pillow, something like that. Put it on like a seat or chair or something at home. But this is the main thing. You got to get that down. Just because this is what's going to make you faster. This is what's going to make you money down the road than playing drums. Playing drums is fine, but playing drums and getting paid, can't beat it. You know, and that's what I want for you. I want you to be able to have an awesome life like I do. I wake up in the morning, play video games, and play drums, and that's it. That's all I got to do. But it takes hard work right now at your age. Almost 7 years old, man. The things you can do, not too many 7-year-olds can do and keep up and do the things on the drum set that you can. That's why Mr. Blake is going to be on your back, because I want you to have an awesome future like I do. You know, it's fun to be a drummer, not just drum teacher, but you could be in a band. You could go out and play on the weekends and make. Now I got a friend who does that. He makes easily $200 to $300 every weekend just by going to play with his band. You know, they don't play, I mean, they play like some songs that they hear on the radio, but they play a lot of their own music, and they get paid big money for it. So they're not like rock stars out touring the world, but they're wanted around Indiana. People know them, and they call them and say, hey, come and play for us. But it takes a good musician to be able to do that. So, you know, what game do you play? Like Madden, football, Call of Duty, that type of stuff. Well, if I stunk at that game, would you want me on your team? No. You'd want to play me, right? Because then you could beat me, and you'd be like, oh, man. Hey, Blake, you be on the other team. I'm going to smash you real quick. Well, it's the same thing. If you're that drummer who's pulling the rest of the band down, are they going to want you to play on their team? Exactly. So you got to be that musician who's better than everybody else, and you make the band, and you pull all those other good guys around you. So, and it'll happen. I believe it, and I see it happening for you. But go ahead. What were you going to say?
Because like this year I said that I want to do football too late. So like next year I'm going to like try to save early enough, and I'm going to try to work for PE football, and then
That's going to take work too. Exactly. You know, and if you didn't go to your practices, if you didn't practice on your own, if you didn't run, because football's a lot of running. You know, you got to be able to run and not get... Exactly. So if you want to be fast, if you want to hold that position and always be the running back, well, what do you got to be the best at? Running, period. So what should you be doing every day? Run around the block. Go run, whatever you can do. You know, so it's the same thing here. That's what I want. If you want to be the running back on the drums, well, guess what you got to do? Paradiddle, paradiddle. You got to do this stuff, because I see you getting better, but you're making it just a little bit of progress every time. Where someone as good as you, if you really, really just made yourself do it. It's good that you listen to mom. You know, dad doesn't make you do it or doesn't tell you to do it. Well, it's not dad's job. It's not mom's job. It's nice that they remind you, but whose job? Who wanted to play the drums? There you go. And so did I. So, yeah, I had dad and mom telling me, go practice, but I got to a point to where they didn't have to tell me anymore. That was the first thing I would do. As soon as I got home from school, I'd do my homework. But as soon as I was finished with my homework, boom, I was on the drum set for hours. You know, there was one summer, I had really bad grades. I remember that. And my dad grounded me from everything. No outside, no friends, no going to friends' house, no doing this, no doing that, no video games, no TV. What? But what didn't he take away? Drums. Well, man, I would play 5 and 6 hours of drums a day. Not just drums, but parallels and stuff like this. Well, why do you think I'm the youngest person the store's ever hired? Because I practiced. I worked hard because I wanted this. Do you want this? This was the first room I ever had. My very first drum lesson was in this room. Where's your first drum lesson? That was in Denver. Well, now you're in this room. So we could be starting. Who knows? This could be your room one day. This could be where you teach and show other young guys and girls how to play drums. How cool would that be? And get paid for it. What? That's silly. Crazy. So, flip the page. Point of today, man, is I'm proud of you. Well, I'll do it. You don't worry about it. You're fine. I'm proud of you and all the work that you're doing. But more. Cleaner. Faster. But you are getting better. Can you feel yourself getting better? Most important. All right, sir, you can take your pad off now. Is the new one today. Now it starts out just like number 3. Do you see that? Still got that boom boom and then a snare. Now, after the snare, what do you see that's new?
Like a D thing.
I'm sorry?
Like a D thing or something?
Yeah. But no. So we got number 4. Now it starts off, the first 3 steps all the way to right there is just like number 3. So you see that right there? It's an extra bass drum. Now the little tail on it, what that means is that it's an 8th note. We won't really have to worry about this too much right now. We'll get to this down the road. But that, you see like that note right there? I mean, it's upside down. It's the other way. But when you see one that's like that, there will always be either before it a rest. That's another type of rest. Remember talking about that one up there? This rest is twice as big as this one. So what that little symbol means is it represents one of those. All right? So that's a rest for not both of them, but which one?
This.
Exactly. Bass. So what other steps do you see hitting there? Just play it. You don't have to tell me. Just play what you see. So we have a rest for the bass, so there's no bass. What do you see?
Like a snare and a cymbal.
Do it. That's it. That's all you got to do. Then after you would do that, play this step. What is that one? Now don't worry about the little funny tail. We just talked about all that means is that there's a rest before it. So that's just a bass drum. Don't worry about the way that it looks. So what does this step want you to do right here? Play it. Well, you got something else. Look up above it. There you go. That's what it wants. Do it again. Same thing you just did. Good. Continue. Ooh, that's not a snare. That's on the bottom. Good. Now, good point. On this one.
That's a pattern.
Say what?
Pattern.
Yeah, there is a pattern to it, but I want to get rid of that bass drum right there. Don't worry about that one. So let's try it super duper slow and just follow me. I'll point, you play. Ready? Go. All right. Yep. There you go. Now, exactly. There it is. That's all there is. That make sense? All right. No help. Let me see if you can do it on your own. You put, yeah, exactly. You moved this bass and put it right there. So you got to make sure as soon as you hit the snare that the bass drum comes immediately after that. Okay? Try it again. I'll help again. Ready? Right there. See what I'm saying? You did it again. And the reason you're doing that is because of number 3. Look here, please. Look here, please. The reason you're not putting a bass drum there is because, is there a bass drum there on number 3? So you're used to doing that one. Well, duh, we've been doing that one longer. So the brand new guy, it's trying to trick you by putting a bass drum where you're not used to having one. So try it again and know that. Ready? Go. You're right. Now you're right. Fail. Redo. Ready? But you gotta have the hi-hat. There's no bass drum. That's a snare. Good. And then it restarts. Bass and hi-hat. Come on. No, there's a hi-hat with it, man. You always got to look up. There will not be a bass drum by itself yet. Alright? If you look up above everything that we're hitting will have a hi-hat with it. There will never be a foot by itself yet. There will never be a snare by itself yet. It'll always be with what? Good. Number 4. All you. Ah! You did it again. Nope. Restart. Right there, you did it again. Now look at me, Zach. After the snare drum, what did they add new? Well, why do you keep not putting it there? Put it there. Ready? Go. 1, and right there. Yes. Finish. Oh, there you go. And we start. Almost. Now keep it going. I didn't say stop. Ready? Hold on. Hold on. Ready? Set. Go. Nope. Restart. Stay with me. Don't get ahead. Ready? I didn't say go. Ready, set, go. You're getting ahead. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Yes. See what I'm saying, man? When you go slow, you nail it. You do it right, 100% right, too. But you're a speed demon, a lot like me. You like to go fast, so you got to make sure and control yourself. There's nothing wrong with going fast, but if it sounds like poop, is it worth going fast? No, you don't want to sound like poop. You want to be a poopy drummer? No, you want to be a good one. But go slow now so you can go fast later on. Do it again, very slow. Ready? Go. Perfect. That's the way it needs to be. Slow, don't get ahead. Good. Let's restart when we're done. Be the man. Get ahead. Beautiful. Very, very nice. Well, let's go back up to number 1 and work on our changing from 1 to 1. Remember how we do that? Questions there? Are you good to go? All right. You start it. I'll follow you. Go. Nice. Remember what we did? Now, let's start again from the break. That was good, and you can do it the way you did, but we were just adding, we were making it that big explosion on the end. That's the only thing we changed. Do you remember how to do that? All right, let's start from the break, going around the drums. Yep. Ready, go. Number 1, the beat. Oh, You only did 3 and you went to do 4. Try it again. Ready? Go. 1 and 2 and there it is. 3 and 4 E. Here's a cymbal. See what I'm saying? Look at the step. Do you see the first hi-hat? How it's circled? What does that mean? What do you got to do on that step? Nope. You replace it with the crash on that step. So do the break, go slow, and I'll help you get into it again. Go slow. Yep, and then you're next. Next. Now hit the cymbal. No. With the bass drum though. Because look. There's a bass right there, isn't it? And are we playing the hi-hat on this step? What are we doing? So hit the bass drum, kind of like you would be doing that first step, but just start it instead of starting it on the. Now I would recommend using your right hand because the right hand is what's going to get exactly. It's going to come back to the hi-hat and it'll stay in the same speed. Okay, try it again. Slow, go. go again. All right, keep going. Good fix. Good fix. Ready. And go ahead. That'll take some time. You gotta get used to that, alright? So no sweat. Now, challenge today before you go. I want to put number 1 and number 2 together. Alright? Now, when you do your break of number 1, when you go around and you hit that symbol is going to take you to number 2. You with me? You get the idea? Do you have any questions? Do you need me to come over there and point it out, or are you ready to try this?
So are we going to do this?
Uh-huh.
Do all that,
Yep.
and just come right down, and then we're just going to crash, and we're just gonna...
And then that takes you to number 2, though. When you hit that crash, like you just pointed to after the break, and you hit that crash number 2. As soon as you hit that, you've jumped down to number 2. Got that? Yes? You sure? All right, let's try it. See how we do. Ready, set, go. Ready, go. Now remember, we'll go to number 2 after this. Right now, go. Number 2, the rhythm. Where does the circle take you? Exactly. So, you'll get this.
I thought we were going to...
Yeah, I wasn't specific. That's my fault too. So, you play straight across. Then when you hit your cymbal, yes, it takes you right there. Then you would do the same thing, play that across, and then boom, we'll move down and we'll move down, and eventually you'll know how to do that with all 5 of these, both sides. But for now, we're just doing it 1 and 2. That's all we got to do. Got it? Ready, set, go. Break 2, new one. And wow, impressive. That's what I'm saying, man. I look at you and I see dollar signs behind that drum set because that's what you're gonna do. But you got to practice. You got to stay on top of it. It's not mom's job. Is this mom's drum lesson? Is this dad's drum lesson? Is this your neighbor's drum lesson? It's yours. The power is literally in your hands, right here. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. I promise, all right? You have to stay on top of this stuff. But I'm super impressed. You're the man. But get out of here.